So why is Chaperone's new songs not selling? I've never really been the biggest fan of Chaperone. I'll stop being so negative towards her and many artistry, okay? Just because I'm not the biggest fan doesn't mean I have to hate the artist. But I still don't think Chaperone's a very nice person. Like how she was very rude to at the awards show. Like why? Okay, like it's just an award show. Just get your award and leave. Okay, you don't have to yell at the other people before you get the award. But it seems that, her songs are just not doing well. Compared to songs that were released on the same time or even before, for example, Jump and Daisies are two major songs by major artists. Both are still performing adequately better than the Subway. And of course, you have Fraudulent Jinn. But again, Jinn is being kept alive by bots. So yeah, we don't really count that one. But it seems that, I have always had the belief that Chaperone was not going to be this big artist, and the hype was going to be like what do you mean by the whole 5 minutes of fame thing? That's how I've always felt that's what be happened to Chaperone. Like, a lot of people really don't like her, like, because of her behavior, more specifically at the awards show, her being very, very disrespectful as well a lot of times towards other singers as well. Okay, again, I'm also guilty of that, so, yeah. But considering the fact that, a lot of big artists, they usually have a responsibility to at least behave in public, to basically, be civil and respectful as well. It's not a very good look for Chaperone. And her song, The Subway, which was a mediocre song, by the way, okay, it wasn't really anything special or anything unique, okay, as well. It has dropped from number 1 to all the way to number 12 in a span of 15 days. Okay, Justin Bieber's new song, 36 days, Blackpink's new song, 36 days, and they're still outlasting the Subway in terms of streams as well. Okay, which I find pretty hilarious as well. Okay, everyone ragged on Justin Bieber's new album, saying it was so horrible and so awful, yet it's doing way better than Chaperone's new song. Whereas according to Stan Twitter was the greatest thing since sliced bread, but again, Stan Twitter is not the majority of the public, unfortunately. I think they need to understand that the general public does not really care about Chaperone outside of a few weird people. Okay, and it's not the first song he released that was a flop this year. Okay, yeah. Yeah, there was another song he released this year called The Subway. No, not Subway. The Giver. That song is doing oh wait 351,000 streams, which is not very good for a major artist. Okay, a single by a major artist doing this horribly. Okay, it's still outperforming all of the Katy Perry's new album, but that album's a year old already. Okay, and it's probably gonna be soon out streaming period as well, but that isn't a very big accomplishment because that album's a pile of garbage and no one cares about a pile of garbage album. Also, as well, it's from earlier this year, like Ordinary and Back to Friends are still in the top 10 compared to The Giver, which just crashed and fell. Manchild was, not a very good song, by the way, but even that song is doing way better and has been around for 71 days and still doing way better than The Subway probably will be at 71 days from now, from its release as well. Other songs that have been around for a while, for example, for a while this year, like Benson Boom's new song came out at the same time The Giver came out, doing way better than The Giver. Heck, even Ed Sheeran's new songs are doing better. Like Sapphire is, 71 days in this song's release, and it's still probably gonna be doing way better than Chaperone Subway. Exam came out at the same time as The Giver, doing way better than The Giver. Again, I'm not really a big fan of Azam or Sapphire, not really caring about those two songs. Nari, been around longer than Chaperone's new song, probably will be performing way better than 106 days in release. Okay, as well. And yeah, it seems that we have, and again, Chaperone's not the first artist to perform like this as well. Dua Lipa, as we all know infamously, TikTok Dua Lipa, okay, had a similar thing happen to her last year. All of her new album songs seem to not do very well. Okay, Houdini still hasn't hit 1 billion streams, which I find pretty funny. Trading Season is not even at 700,000 streams. And, you know, Illusion, which actually that's actually one of her better songs, has not even hit 300 million streams, and it's only pulling 240,000 streams as well. The only reason why Dua Lipa is so famous is because of TikTok. Okay, Levitain 5 to 4 years ago was everywhere on TikTok. Everyone was using Levitating, Don't Stop Now, New Rules, and as because these were huge songs 5 years ago. But it seems that I think her most streamed car is Cold Heart. But again, that's being carried by Elton John, which I bet half of the streams come from Elton John being in the song as well. Same thing of No Lie, and same thing of One Kiss, where she's featured in all of these songs, alongside Handlebars, where she's simply a feature in the song as well. Okay, and she's not the only artist to really suffer this. Throughout history, we had artists that had huge amounts of hype, but then the next couple of songs they released crater and fell so many times. There's so many examples of this besides Dua Lipa and of course Chapel Road as well. For example, in the 80s and 90s, there's so many one-hit wonder bands or one album wonder bands, and then when the second album releases, it just doesn't do too well as well. And it seems that Chapel Road might be in the area of one-hit album wonders if this is really what's happening to her music. Again, not too surprising. So many artists usually have the one-hit album and then no one cares afterwards because people move on to probably much better music as well. But another example of this is Conan Gray as well. Another artist. He released a new album this year and no one listened to it. Okay, but he is kind of a one hit wonder, or has one or two hits songs as well here. But yeah, he has a few hit songs, but not really anything major. Again, okay, and we'll see what happens to this year's new artists. So there's a few new artists that came out this year that became pretty popular. Both are male artists, by the way, which I find funny that Stan Twitter refuses to acknowledge both of these artists. Is Samba and Alex Warren. These are two new artists that have became very popular because of TikTok as well. Okay, so TikTok still has a lot of influence over the music industry, whether if you like it or not. That's the whole reason why Levitain became such a huge song to begin with. Heck, Dua Lipa even put a TikTok logo in the music video. That's really telling that, Dua Lipa is a TikTok artist, okay, as well, okay. I don't really talk about how TikTokers won't be artists, but really, Dua Lipa was the first true huge TikTok artist, an artist that made, millions and millions off of streams and scripts using those songs off of TikTok as well. It seems that this year this trend has only continued with so many songs being popular simply because TikTok said they are good. For example, I think Sailor Song is one of them. It's an okay song, not really the best or worst song as well. And of course, Back to Friends and Ordinary. The main reason those songs are getting so many streams is because people are discovering these songs on TikTok as well. But it seems that Chaperone Subway will face the same fate that Giver had earlier this year. It really shows that Chaperone may not be as famous and popular as she seems to be. Kind of like many other artists. Especially the elephant in the room, Beyonce. Which we don't need to remind why Beyonce is not as great as her Beehive make it out to be as well. She's really in like the 33rd position on the charts as well, and she's which means she's below Lana Del Rey, which she was surpassed by a while ago, Katy Perry, Dua Lipa, Sia, the other Sia, Ariana Grande, Taylor Swift, Rihanna, Billie Eilish, and Lady Gaga, who continues to be the number one most popular female artist by total streams, with the rest of them being male artists: Ed Sheeran, Justin Bieber, The Weeknd, and Bruno Mars as well. Also, it seems to very soon to go back to the normal, oh wait, Bruno Mars is gaining, Weeknd is declining. Yeah, but I do think eventually go back to the normal ways where The Weeknd is number one artist again. Yeah, that once again as well. Yeah, but yep, there we go about this video here. Goodbye.